Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
it's us
It's
again.
us.
We are the Williamses.
Yes, we are.
And we're here once again with another edition of Love
Love
Unscripted.
Unscripted.
This is my lovely wife, Ramona, and
Hello.
my name is Wilbert. And we just like to say thank you for once again allowing us into your day, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are, taking the time out to hear our perspective on some of the things pertaining to a covenant marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And our topic tonight is be user friendly. And so you might ask, what does that mean? Well, often there's a question that says, is the computer user friendly or is the software user friendly? Yeah. And so what does that mean? That means that when you hit a button, you get the right response.
Okay. Or is it like easy to interact with it?
Or is it easy to touch?
Oh, watch out now.
And does it make sense after you touch it? Yeah. So be user friendly. In essence, when there's a communication going on,
and now we're talking about a relationship, right?
Yeah, now we're no longer talking about computers, but it's relative to relationships. You ever said something to your significant other, your spouse, the one that you are deeply in love with, and they took it the wrong way?
Okay, I think we need a disclaimer right here. We need a disclaimer because no telling what might be said in this moment. So buckle up your seats, your seat belts, and let's go along for this ride. But yes, I like where you're going with it. Go ahead.
And so when that happens, you kind of ask yourself, wait a minute, that's not what I meant. Kind of like when you use a computer and you hit a button and something else comes up, or you're searching for something and something else comes up and you're like, that's not the response I was trying to get to. Or you see like spell correct come up and you're like, well, no, that's not. I was meaning to put this. Right. Or when you're talking to your significant other, this is what I meant by what I said.
Right.
I didn't mean that. You just took it the wrong way. So that's what I mean by be user friendly. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes when you hit a button on your computer and you're searching, you get all these choices of information that are coming back at you. And then you pick out which one you want. But sometimes when you push the button of your significant other and you don't really try to push the wrong button, but some kind of way it comes out that way, you get a response that's like, what? No, hey, hold on. That's not what I was trying to say, or that's not the answer. And now it becomes something that ends up being what happened in that moment to get you to that point.
It becomes a thing.
And it becomes an issue.
It becomes a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is the right time to bring this up, but while you were talking, it made me think of this question. So when you enter a moment where the user friendliness is not happening and that you thought it should happen a certain way and it doesn't happen that way, how do you as the spouse respond in that moment? The one who is, pushing the buttons and you don't get the correct response, how do you correct? How do you maneuver in that moment? Because this is what we know. We know that you can have a certain reaction to something. Let's say, babe, you asked me about something and I have a reaction that you weren't expecting, right?
Like, hey, who's that on the phone?
Who's that on the phone?
Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
Can I talk to them?
Can I talk to them? So, and his reaction could be, no, my reaction to the button that he may have pushed could be a certain way and he wasn't expecting it. But now what does he do in turn?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say that because I feel like there's so much push and pull in a relationship. You have to give a little, you have to take a little.
Right.
And sometimes those moments
That's
don't.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And sometimes those moments don't go the way we want them to go. But then in those moments, who is going to be the person to not allow it to be a thing? And I can,
Wow. Yeah.
speak for. Do you want to speak on that,
Go
or?
ahead.
And I can speak on for myself. Like in the beginning of our marriage, I mean, we're still in the beginning stages, but in the beginning, you're getting to know each other. You're learning each
Mm-hmm.
other. You're learning what things will push a person's buttons, what things will get certain reactions out of them, right? And so I know at the beginning I had to learn, when something happens, how am I going to react? How
Yes.
am I going
Yes.
to react? How do I hold on to stuff? Do I let stuff go?
Mm-hmm.
Do I and that's just being real and open and honest, because we all
Mm-hmm.
come with our, and we've said this many times, we all come with our own sets of experiences, things that have happened in our past, how we were when we were children, things that we saw, other things that we saw our what I want to say, parents or guardians or whomever interact in relationships. And so you bring all of that with you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so, how do I, in this moment, how do I react? So, I had to do some self checking. And then,
That's
what
beautiful.
I realized,
Be user friendly.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what I had to come to, that I had to be more user friendly. Now, could things have happened differently on the other side? Absolutely, of course. We're human. Absolutely, things could happen differently. I mean, it can be from, hey, I cooked.
Mm-hmm.
You mind washing these dishes? I mean, something small to
That's just
something,
real.
yeah, something small to something big. And so, but I had to, like I said, had to go back in and check myself. How do I respond when my buttons are being pushed? And like, do I want to be user friendly or do I want to be petty? Do I want to be user friendly or do I want to have an attitude? Do I want to be user friendly? And I always say the saying. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm gonna let you talk in a minute, but in a minute, babe. So, am I gonna be user friendly or do I want to go to sleep with a chip on my shoulder?
Wow.
Only get and so.
Check out, she rolling.
And let me tell you, it is so much more peace in being user friendly, because sometimes we step out of there into a situation and we are not user friendly, not because we don't want to. I love my husband. Sometimes we just have attitude. Sometimes it's that time. Come on, don't, you know that. That's 125 million Brazilian. True. Sometimes, it just depends on what's going on in your life. Long day at work.
Right.
PMS. So you just stubbed your toe and now you don't feel like being bothered. Whatever it is. But
don't pull back the covers because it's cold.
It's cold. Babe, it's cold. it's cold. And so I made adjustments, and had nothing to do with him. He can make whatever adjustments he wanted, and I'm still making adjustments, right?
Yes.
Still working.
We both are, yes.
Yeah, still working on things, but so much peace. So much peace in making adjustments and trying to be as user friendly as possible. Yeah. And I've taken up half the video.
It's perfectly all right, because that was good information. That was good insight from my wife, and I thank God for her. It's beautiful to see that, to become into the understanding and the practice of, it's not how you act. It's not the act, but how you react to a statement or a comment or just, and I can, like I've said in one of the videos, I think soap operas shouldn't be watched. I think reality shows shouldn't be watched, because whether or not, if we admit it or not, it puts thoughts and feelings in your mind, because you become consumed by those things. And sometimes you'll take your spouse into that same feeling and emotion that you receive from all those people on the reality show, who is definitely embellishing all that. You know, it may not be that to that much drama, but it consumes you.
Yeah.
And it'll rewrite your personality. Now, I want to say this. There's no spell check in communicating with your spouse. There's no spell check. So once it's out, it's out.
Come on, babe.
You know, there's no grammar check. So once it's out, it's out. So make sure.
I think that's your deepest point yet. Okay, I love it. Yes, since we've been doing this. Yes, there's no spell check. There's no grammar check. Once has left your lips,
it's out.
You better make sure that that's what you want it to be, right?
And what you meant it to be.
Come on now.
Because that in that tone, in that communication, you definitely want to make sure that it's clear what is rolling off your tongue, because it could be perceived as totally something else. And so, you know, that's where you have to make yourself, if it's coming from your spouse to you have to make yourself be user friendly. Give your spouse the benefit of the doubt in their actions, their words, and their deeds. You know, through love and kindness have I drawn thee. That's what Scripture says. So make sure that your mind and your heart is in the posture of being user friendly. That way you don't prejudge the statement, you don't prejudge the activity, you don't prejudge the comment from when my wife was talking about, from things that you've seen on TV or heard that happened in someone's life. Not everybody's problems is your problems, or what happened in your past, or based on what happened in your childhood.
Come on, babe.
You know, we said let go of you and embrace us.
Yeah.
Letting go of you and embracing us.
Yeah.
Be user friendly. You know, take the upper side, the lighter side of the statement, and know that, you know, your spouse, the one who you're spending the rest of your life with, or that significant other, you know, you're no longer two, but you're one, and they deserve someone who is user friendly in their life. So rewrite that character.
Deserve someone who is user friendly in their life. Absolutely. That is so fair. Like when you think about that person that you married, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Refinish.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you think about the person that you married, when you walked down the aisle, when you eloped, whatever it was that you did, I bet those moments were filled with, oh my gosh, I love this person. I want the best for them.
Yes.
I will shake the ends of the earth to make sure that they get what they want. How about something as simple as being user friendly to them?
Yes.
Right? Showing them love. That's honor. That's respect. That is giving them the best of you. That is giving them that part of your character that they deserve. You know, I love that statement, allowing your partner to get the user-friendly you that they deserve. I think that, and the word deserve is just like ringing in my ear as an alarm, like, yes, you deserve it. My husband deserves a user-friendly.
Deserves a user-friendly
me,
yes.
Right? Absolutely. You deserve a user-friendly me. And I think as we put in that intentional work that we always talk about, you know, it's about, you know, not just being in the relationship, but being in the like doing that action in your relationship. And when you're able to do those things and your husband or your wife gets to reap the benefit, like how beautiful is that? Like he deserves all of everything, right? And so that is for me, and let me say this too, I know everybody is different. So there are some people who it might take a little bit more work to be user friendly. You know, I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, come on now.
I am a Scorpio. So when I tell you, I do have to work internally, and sometimes he doesn't even know, but I am having internal dialogue about, okay, how I should be acting or reacting or being towards my husband. I mean, that's just honest. Because everything in me wants to be the sweet, compassionate, loving, caring, serving, you know, graceful wife, but I am also human. So in those moments when I am not that,
that's beautiful.
in those moments when I'm not that, I know, okay, I'm having conversation with myself. I'm having conversation with God. Okay, God, help me to rework this part in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said earlier, my husband can do what he wants to do on his self, whatever that is. I'm not going to be consumed in a way that, why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't, when I work on myself and work on the things that will help me to be user friendly, guess what? I am also pulling him in too. And the same thing, let's not, not to make this one sided. And when he does the same thing, when he works on himself, if there are any areas that he's like, okay, I can do better for my wife in this area,
Yes.
I feel it too.
Yes.
We both get to experience, we both get to benefit from it.
Absolutely. She just gave me some insight of being user friendly, because being user friendly takes practice, it takes work. But what happens is this. Here's what I think. I think that everyone comes with the ability to be user friendly. Just like your software, it comes with the ability to be user friendly. But what we have to do on the other side is practice utilizing the software to communicate.
There you go.
To speak.
Yes. Practice.
To be active in practicing utilizing that ability that they have in themselves of being user friendly. You have to learn which buttons not to push. You have to study.
Okay.
You have to study the software.
Oh, and the more you
use it, the more it learns you.
Oh.
Because it begins to do the correct. And now when you communicate, those times when you were communicating over some of the same things, the same scenario, you get a different response. You get the right response instead of the wrong response.
Right. It's like when I first started using my computer and I would type my name and it wouldn't finish typing my name for me. Or if I say, hello, how are now, because it knows, because I've been using it, I've been practicing with this particular laptop for a while. Now it knows how to complete my sentence.
Yes.
So that practice,
we complete each other's sentences.
We do.
We do that.
We do.
That was huge. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Come by surprise. But yes, and so when you think about it, it's the same thing in a relationship. Just like my husband was saying, the more you practice it, and let me tell you, when it cuts down my time, when I'm typing and I could just hit the tab key and it finishes it out, and I get to keep on, and I'm merry and happy. Like, hey, I get to benefit from that. So, and think about it. It also, in your ability to communicate in those ways and being user friendly, it also cuts down on the confusion, those negative things that tend to pop up over something very, very small.
Very minor.
And then it gives you more time back to be like this, to be all loving. And just like our last video, we talked about why we love PDA. It doesn't get in the middle of your PDA. Right?
Oh, wow. I love it. It doesn't. It doesn't hinder your moment. It doesn't distract you. It doesn't take away from that love that you guys can offer each other.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So just want to say, I pray that this has touched someone's heart, and that you'll look at your spouse in a different way, and you'll try to be and practice being more user friendly.
That's it, baby. We've spoken that into your life, being user friendly. Period. And if you don't know how to be user friendly, ask the Lord to show you how to be user friendly for your spouse, for yourself, and for your spouse.
Absolutely.
So that He might get the glory out of it.
Yes, indeed. So we say hope to you all, and blessings to you all. You're no longer two, but you're one.
Oh, baby. Come be user friendly.
User friendly. Yeah. Take care.
All right.
Till the next time. Peace out.
Peace out.